Hello. So in the last devlog we finished the character movement and added the hands and the gun, but the problem is that the gun doesn't shoot yet, so we need to fix that. So first I added a line trace when we shoot to see if we hit anything. Then I need animation, so I tried to make one quickly, but this is how it look. I mean, what is that? Okay, maybe if I made it play a little bit faster. Nope. Okay, I think what I'm gonna do instead of a shooting animation is a shooting camera shake, but I really don't know how to do it. So I went to YouTube to look for a tutorial, but I couldn't find anything. So I guess I'll have to do it myself. Okay, so first let's create a camera shake. Okay, we're done. Now the hard part. Let's make it shaking. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, that's too much. Okay, how to make it chill a little bit? Maybe if I just do this. Okay, this is good. Maybe if I make it not random. Okay, this is better, but maybe a little bit stronger. Okay, maybe slow it down a little bit. Nope, that's still not it. Maybe remove the animation. Nope, what's missing? Okay, I added some shaking on the Z and the X axis and it's already looking more realistic. I also tried to change the field of view, but it did not look good. Okay guys, I have spent way too much time on this. This is how it looks now, but I'll probably change it later. Okay, then I tried to add explosion effect when shooting, but yeah, what is that? So I made it smaller and quicker, but it still look weird. This one looks worse. Okay, I'm gonna leave it now and work on it later. Now I created a folder, I named it zombie, and then I imported the zombie model. Then I found that it was the wrong zombie model, so I deleted it. Then I installed the correct one. I ignored the error message. This is how it looks in the engine. I save it and went to Mixamo to look for some animation. I got this as the idle animation. So the zombie is like always in pain, and when he sees you, he plays this animation and then play this running animation, which is looking weird and scary in the same time. So I don't know if I'm gonna keep it. Anyway, I created the zombie actor and now it's time to make AI. So to do it, I need to learn how to use behavior trees, which are like trees but for behaviors. So I watched a tutorial on how to use them and I created this tree where the AI will pick a random point and go to it and then wait 2 seconds and do it again. Then I created a nav mesh. A nav mesh just let the player know where he can move, and this is how the AI look in game for now. Also, as you can see, he's just sliding right now. I need to make him run, so I added an anim blueprint. Okay, now it's looking so funny and weird. What is even this? Anyway, I also make it chase you when he sees you, and it looks even weirder. Okay guys, I spent some time learning behavior trees and it's not as simple as I thought, and I want the game to have more than one enemy. So for this enemy I'm not gonna use behavior trees, I'm just gonna use normal blueprint. So this is the AI that I made for this zombie. First he will just sit there holding his head in pain. When he sees you he will turn at you and scream. Then he will start chasing you, and when he gets to this zone around the player he will attack you. You know, just a simple AI. This is how it looks in game. Yeah, it's still very junky, but I plan to fix it, don't worry. I then downloaded more attacks animation and I went back to the engine to make the AI less junky and more realistic. So I decided to add a timeline to change the zombie speed while attacking, and let's see how it looks. This is actually good. What? Well, this shouldn't happen. I adjust the timeline a little bit and now it's looking better, but still bad. So instead of using a random hit every time, I'm gonna use one hit after the other. And the way to do that is to use a flip-flop. So like flip-flopping between them hits. Let's test it. Okay, the left hit timeline is still not right. Let's try 3 seconds maybe. Okay, I think the animation is too fast, maybe 0.9, so the animation going to be 90% original speed. Yep, this is better. Still not perfect, but we are getting there. Okay, right now he just keep doing it even if you run away from him, and that's bad. We don't want that. So I'm gonna make him stop when he leaves the attack range that we talked about earlier. I coded that, but now instead of start chasing again, he just keep turning to me in a very weird way. Okay, after some time I understand why this is happening. At the end of the timeline, the speed of the zombie is set to 0. So what I did is that at the less than a second, I changed it back to the normal speed. And now when he sees you, he comes at you, then start to hit you. And when you run from him, he start following you again. Okay, now I have to make the zombie able to cause damage to you. So I added this sphere collision when the zombie played the hit animation. Then I made it detect when this sphere touched the player. And I added the camera shake for the hit, but I don't know, it doesn't look good. It needs some juice. So I made this blocking out animation and added it to the game, but still not what I want. So I kept trying different things. First I tried to make it darker and it was better but not perfect. Then I tried to use a blur and it was also good but still not perfect. So I guess the only thing left to do is to use the cheap method of blood vignette. I guess this is how it's called.
No, you idiot. It pronounces blood vignette.
So I made the animation quickly and added it to the game and it's looking good. But then I had a crazy idea. What if I just combined all of them? The blackout and the blur and the blood effect. Well, I just finished setting it up. Are you ready to see how it looks? Whoa, too strong. This took way too much time. Okay, after a lot of work, I decided to use all of them but in different amount. And this is the end result. I don't know, I think it's pretty cool. Then I added the sphere collision, and if you collide with it while you are moving fast, he will hear you and start chasing you. So you need to be crouching when you pass by it. But for some reason, this is happening instead. I tried to fix it, but I completely broke it. And after a lot of work and pain, like after days of work, it's finally working. You're not gonna see it on the actual game, don't worry. When you get to it, you need to be crouching or he will hear you and chase you, and you don't want that to happen. I also added walking and running sound so you know he can hear you. Okay, after some time I realized that there is a big problem. Let me explain. Let's say this is the zombie, and let's say this is the sphere that he can hear you in. Actually, let's call it the zombie brown, this is better. And let's say this is you. When you enter the sphere and make some noise, he will notice you, which is good. But the problem is, even if you are in another room, even if there is a wall between you, he will still notice you and start chasing you, even though he can't even see you. And this doesn't make any sense. So I need to fix that. Guys, I finally got it working. Now when you get close to him, he will notice and turn to check what's there. But if there is a wall, he won't be able to see you. But if there isn't... That sound is not actually in the game. Speaking of sound, the zombie actually needs some, right? So I tried to make them myself using my own voice, but... I also tried asking my little brother to make some. So the only thing left to do is to find some sounds in the internet. And let me tell you something. That was not easy. Like, look at this. Alien zombie screaming. What? Zombie spit. What? And even after a lot of searching, this is the best sound I've found. Even though I try to adjust them a little bit, they are still bad. And I'm getting so exhausted. So boys, I'm gonna end the video here. I really hope you enjoyed. Bye.